Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Hazleton police were called to a home in the 100 block of West Oak Street Thursday morning. When they arrived, they found a woman who told officers she was assaulted by another woman. According to police, the woman told them Stohanka Mankulja was not allowed on the property and told to leave. That's when Mankulja became enraged, tackled the woman, and allegedly began striking her with a 3-foot-tall cigarette disposal container and biting her on the arm. The woman was taken for treatment. Police picked up Mankulja a short time later. She is being charged with simple assault, harassment, and false ID to law enforcement. Bail set at $25,000. She was unable to post bail and taken to the county lockup. One of the 2 men that are accused of a robbery and beating back in 2014 in Banks Township, Carbon County, was found guilty of most of the charges against him. 27-year-old Elton Molina was found guilty of robbery, aggravated assault, theft, and conspiracy. He was found not guilty of simple assault according to court documents. Molina's co-defendant in the case, 25-year-old Amir Edwards, pleaded guilty in 2016 to a felony for robbery and is scheduled to be sentenced May 18th. The 2 were charged by state police at Hazleton with theft and beating a man at the Trescow Superfood back on September 10, 2014. Troopers say the victim was punched and pistol whipped and was flown to a hospital. In 2016, Edwards was sentenced in Luzerne County to 40 years in prison on a charge of third-degree murder for the September 11, 2014 murder of 27-year-old Zachary Richards on Cleveland Street in Hazleton. Edwards was sentenced at that time to 36 to 72 months on an aggravated assault charge and 12 to 24 months on a robbery charge related to the case. A Hazel Township woman who allegedly forced a teenage boy to have sex with her at least 6 times a day and later advertised him online to perform sex acts with strangers for money to buy heroin is now behind bars. 36-year-old Jolene Gambardella is charged with endangering the welfare of a child, promoting prostitution, corruption of minors, and criminal use of a communication facility. Gambardella was arraigned this morning by a magisterial district judge and ordered her jailed in the Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $100,000 cash bail. The boy told police Gambardella and he started having sex when he was 15 years old and told police he enjoyed it. According to court papers, she even got pregnant and had an abortion. The boy said she would provide him with prescription pills and later heroin. Police say she posted nude photos of the boy online and advertised him for sexual hookups with strangers to get more money for drugs. Police have upgraded their charges against a Luzerne County man accused in a hit-and-run crash after the victim died. 46-year-old Emiliano Hernandez of Hanover Township was previously charged with accidents involving death or personal injury while not properly licensed and driving without a valid driver's license in the accident last month. Last week, the victim, 59-year-old Peter Mangino, died. Police then refiled the charges against Hernandez, upgrading a count of fleeing the scene of the accident. It means if convicted, Hernandez faces a mandatory minimum sentence of 3 years in prison. Hernandez remains in the Luzerne County Prison on $100,000 bail. The moving wall, which is half the size of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C., is currently on display in Schuylkill County. The wall was set up in Island Park in Schuylkill Haven. There are more than 58,000 names on the wall. 89 of them are from Pennsylvania, and 38 of those names are from Schuylkill County. The public is invited to view the wall now through May 14th. The Pennsylvania Historical and Museum Commission awarded almost $2 million in grants to 142 eligible museums and official county historical societies from 55 Pennsylvania counties. They include in Scranton just over $10,000 to the Everhart Museum and $4,000 each to the Lackawanna, Luzerne, Pike, Schuylkill, Susquehanna, and Wyoming County Historical Societies. Coming up on WYLN News, May 25th, write it down, we'll be telling you who will dunk depression on that day. Plus, recapturing the memories of the Fab Four. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Rain overnight, some of it could be heavy, the low 46. Looks like thunderstorms on Saturday with a high of 69, and a rainy day for Mom on Sunday with a high of 58. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Meet George Halkovich, a serial tax raiser.
That's what I love.
Halkovich then used the tax increase funds to give himself a pay raise. That's disgraceful. Now Halkovich is running a TV spot lying about Dan Muser. The truth? Dan Muser's a trusted conservative who's never supported Hillary and never would. That's why Dan Muser's endorsed by Vets for Trump and Making America Great PAC. Dan Muser, the honest conservative for Congress.
I'm Dan Muser, and I approve this message. Pennsylvania is a great state filled with good, hardworking people looking to get ahead. But Tom Wolf wants to raise taxes and take more of your paycheck. I'm Scott Wagner. I sign hundreds of paychecks each week. I see firsthand how much state government takes. I'm blunt, outspoken, and determined. I'm a garbage man. You won't always agree with me, but know this. I'm on a mission to protect your paycheck and cut your taxes. And I will always put you first.
The Hazleton Area High School boys and girls 27-18 varsity basketball teams will be facing off with the faculty to dunk depression. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has the Cougar details.
Both 2017-18 boys and girls varsity basketball Cougars will take to the courts again, together, to face off with Hazleton Area High School faculty. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so this game will take on a deeper meaning. The Cougars will dunk depression in their first annual charity basketball game come May 25th, starting at 7 p.m. in their high school gym.
The idea came from trying to promote positive mental health wellness and how we can bring together the school community. And after such a successful season with both teams, it was, just a great I think, approach to try and capitalize on their success and trying to be able to reach so many numbers here in our school community who would want to be part of that.
Hosting the game is Help Stop the Silence, which is a suicide prevention and support program in the Hazleton area, offering educational components and assemblies to the community, along with providing support for those who are left behind by suicide.
Unfortunately, 90% of people who take their lives have been experiencing an underlying mental health component that was never treated. So that is going to be our focus here, of trying to remove the stigma, here, especially in our school community, of allowing our other students know that it's okay not to be okay.
The stigma associated with mental illness shames people into silence, preventing them from seeking help.
I just think it's a great cause to bring the community together about an illness that really goes unknown, and I think it'll help people admit to it and get help.
And I think it's really okay to be not okay, and that you should come out and
be okay with whatever. And I think it's just going to get the word out there about it, the organization and that, and help raise money, and it's going to be a fun time. It's also a great opportunity for us to play with our teammates again.
It's also exciting for them to face off against their own teachers.
All the teachers say they could beat us and stuff, so it's going to be a lot of fun playing them finally. And the girls had a pretty good season, so it's going to be fun teaming up with them.
Once the teams got wind of the opportunity, they were automatically in.
I mean, it means a lot, especially showing the people that deal with depression, that even though that they're in that state of mind at that time, everybody's always there for them, and it's okay to be not okay, honestly.
Join the Cougars May 25th in their efforts to make the change. A $3 donation will be admittance into the game. Lime green is for mental health awareness, so wearing it to the game discounts the donation to just $2. More information on the event can be found on Facebook at Help Stop the Silence. Reporting from Hazel Township for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
And if you enjoy the music of the legendary Beatles, then you'll want to come out to the Wyln Center this Saturday night. Beatles Mania has your ticket to ride.
Beatles enthusiasts can recapture the excitement of the Fab Four as Beatles Mania now performs in Hazleton. The show has been in existence since the 1980s and started off on Broadway. The band members perform numbers from all periods of Beatles music. We spoke with Scott Arch, who portrays the legendary John Lennon.
I was enthralled with the Beatles when I first saw them on the Ed Sullivan Show. The 1964 appearances are what made me want to actually play the guitar when I saw those appearances. I didn't know at that time that I would end up being a John Lennon tribute person.
Arch talked about what to expect at the show.
We will cover music from all periods of the Beatles chronologically, for the most part, not entirely, but for the most part. We'll probably throw in a solo song here or there as well. We'll do it in numerous costumes, those that you would have seen the Beatles wearing when they performed on stage or were pictured for album covers, and so on and so forth. And we will be performing, obviously, the music that they performed in their early years when they were themselves touring, and we will also be performing music that they themselves never performed live.
The performance is sure to bring back memories for fans who followed the Beatles throughout their career.
The band performs and goes out of its way to perform everything note for note, and you're being performed to by 4 look-alike, sound-alike actor-musicians. Paul's left-handed, and everyone was picked specifically to look and sound their part.
Beatles Mania Now takes place Saturday, May 12th at the Alice C. Wiltsey Center in Hazleton. Doors open at 6:30 and the show begins at 7:30. Tickets are $27 in advance and $30 at the door. For more information, visit wilseycenter.org. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Sounds like a lot of fun. St. Luke's Miners Rural Health Clinics received a national award at the National Rural Health Association's annual conference and summit in New Orleans. The 2018 Outstanding Rural Health Organization Award recognizes St. Luke's commitment to expanding and improving access to health care in Carbon and Schuylkill counties. St. Luke's rural health clinics provide over 12,000 patient visits annually, delivering high-quality primary care and community outreach programs to underserved populations in the two-county region. Coming up on Mora's News Choice, the Friends of the Nescopec Film Festival in Community and You, plus Happy Mother's Day. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is honored to serve you during the Memorial Day sales event. Lease a new Jeep Compass for just $169 a month, or get up to $13,731 off a 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab during the Jeep Celebration event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, or online at allamericanjeep.net.
Strong families and strong values are what make Pennsylvania great. My mother was strong, and she raised me with Pennsylvania values like hard work and integrity.
Republican John Schrin, running for Congress to fight for our conservative values.
And I'll stand with the president to drain the swamp, secure our borders, and fight for the forgotten families of this country.
Strong borders, strong families, strong values. John Schrin for Congress.
I'm John Schrin, and I approve this message.
I've been spending a tremendous amount of time out talking to Pennsylvanians, and one of the things I've learned is they want to be inspired again. We've lost 50,000 jobs in Pennsylvania. We're losing our college graduates to other parts of the country. We have some of the highest taxes, the highest gas tax, some of the highest real estate taxes. So we have to turn this thing around. We're proposing to lower the corporate tax rate, do away with property taxes. All positive change has always started with a clear vision. Let's restore the dream of America to the children of Pennsylvania.
Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perrin. I'm very pleased to have Eric with me, who is from the Friends of the Nescopec, and we're having a film festival to kick off or celebrate the 250th anniversary of the use of coal in our area.
Anthracite coal.
Anthracite coal. So, Eric, tell me, first of all, a little bit of background of how you guys came up with doing this film festival.
Well, the Friends of the Nescopec is just a local watershed group, small, nonprofit, focused on the Nescopec Creek. I mean, it drains from Hazleton area all the way down to Berwick. And it's really affected by the coal legacy. So it's something that we reflect on all the time. And the fact you brought up, 1768 is the first recorded use of anthracite coal for blacksmithing. Before that, they couldn't figure out how to make it burn. They call it stone coal.
So this is really interesting. So you're going to have a film festival on the 16th at the Cinema Draft House in West Hazleton, and the film that we're going to be watching and some of the shorts that go with it kind of revolve around the use of coal and its effect on our area.
Yep, the legacy. It's about a 50-minute film by a guy named Dave Edwards. He's the videographer. It's been in regional and national film festivals, and it's exactly what it's about. It's about this region, and it's called King in the Mountain. And I looked online before I came, what's that? And it means a sleeping hero.
Oh, okay.
A king in the mountain. And I guess when a region's in trouble, then come out and it's almost like in sitting there with riches and power.
And this is pretty interesting. So on the 16th, the doors open at 6. The show is at 7 o'clock at the Cinema Draft House in West Hazleton, right on Broad Street. And the program is free. You can come in and view it. But free will offerings are also accepted.
We'll have people from the Friends, the watershed group, in a lobby. Just a little bit of information, and you can meet them and talk about the group. Yeah, 6 o'clock, open the door. 7 o'clock's the show. Be about an hour or an hour and 20 minutes all told. 50-minute feature film, the documentary, and then a couple of shorts, also all about the coal region.
And, before we start this taping, you and I were having a conversation about the coal industry and its lasting effects that have been seen. And you said, which really I didn't know or really think about, was the effect that it really had on the Nescopec as it drains down into the Cunningham Valley, and how it's really acidic water now.
The big Nescopec that comes out of the Nescopec State Park, it's pristine water, clean headwaters. But the little Nescopec, that's close into the mountain, once you get down about by the drum school, there's a place called the Jetto Tunnel that drained all these mines up here, so they didn't have to pump the water. And so they just dug a ditch, dug a tunnel about early 1900s, and it just runs all day, every day. So a lot of the rain that falls and gets down in the old mine pool comes right out down there. And yeah, the creek's dead until it gets diluted pretty much farther down.
And the Friends of the Nescopec, you says a watershed group. So if somebody wants to learn more about Friends of the Nescopec, where can they do so? And if they're interested in maybe being a part of it, if they live somewhere down between Cunningham and down through Hollen back and into the Berwick area, how can they get involved?
I would say the best way to get involved is to come to this film festival, because you'll get a double benefit. You'll see a film that'll really it ought to be intriguing about the legacy of the coal, and you meet the people that are involved, the most heavily involved in the Friends of Nescopec, out in the lobby beforehand.
All right. Did we miss anything?
No, I think that's good. I really appreciate the Wyln helping us promote the heritage. You know, if history teachers ought to be sending their kids there. There's,
You're right.
Fun assignment.
Especially about the local history. And again, the film festival is on May 16th. Doors open at 6. The show starts at 7 at the Cinnamon Draft House in West Hazleton. Thanks so much for tuning us in here on Community and You. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of AllState Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
Spring is here, so stop in and get everything you need to make your garden colorful and bright. Check out our incredible low prices, only at Hollen Greenhouse's Retail Garden Center, Lofty Road, McAdoo. Monday. Hundreds of people had to be evacuated from the Luzerne County Courthouse earlier due to a bomb threat. Sheriff deputies ordered the evacuation shortly after 9 a.m. The threat was cleared and the building remained closed to the public throughout Monday. Also on Monday, the Monroe County Courthouse in Stroudsburg was cleared out also due to a threat. Authorities have not said if they were related. Tuesday. Hazleton City Council members were to consider repealing a local medical marijuana industry regulations since a growing processing facility is looking to open up next to the Helping Hands playground. PAMJ LLC is eyeing property on Rocky Road in Hazleton Heights to operate a medical marijuana growing and processing facility. Now, council did not take action on that at their Wednesday meeting. Wednesday. 3 people were rescued after a fire broke out at a home in Hazleton. Fire crews were notified that there was entrapment on the upper floors of the home. All 3 occupants were found safe. No injuries were reported. They were expected to be able to return to their home as the fire was contained to the kitchen. The rescue was completed within 6 minutes of the fire department's arrival. It appears that a cooking incident was to blame for the early morning fire on South Pine Street. Thursday. A couple from Hazleton are facing charges of child abuse following a 4-month investigation. 35-year-old Jamal Williams is charged with strangulation, aggravated assault, endangering the welfare of children, 4 counts of simple assault, and recklessly endangering another person. He was sent to prison after not being able to post $100,000 straight cash bail. And 30-year-old Jennifer Collins was charged with 4 counts of endangering the welfare of children and simple assault. She was released on $35,000 unsecured bail. Police say they found that the children at times were burned with cigarettes, denied food, forced to drink hot sauce, and one was even strangled. Police said they also found locks on the outside of the children's bedroom doors to prevent them from leaving the bedroom. Friday, one of 2 men that were accused of robbing and beating back in 2014 in Banks Township was found guilty of most of the charges against him. 27-year-old Elton Molano was found guilty of robbery, aggravated assault, theft, and conspiracy. Molano's co-defendant in the case, 25-year-old Amar Edwards, pled guilty in 2016 to a felony for robbery and is scheduled for sentencing on May 18th. The 2 were charged by State Police Hazleton with theft and beating the man at the Tresco Superfood back on September 10th of 2014. That's your weekend review, sponsored by Hollen Greenhouse's Garden Center, now open on Lofty Road in McAdoo.
And again, a very happy Mother's Day to all the moms coming up on Sunday. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln News.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
At the Joyce Insurance Group, we offer insurance tailored to your needs. We protect what matters most to you.
We've been serving the needs of thousands of clients throughout Northeast Pennsylvania since 1955.
Our professional agents are dedicated to providing you with a great insurance experience.
With 62 years in business, our clients are the reason that we care the most.
Ask any of our 5,000 plus satisfied customers, and they'll tell you the right choice is Joyce.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Weather on WYLN TV 35 is brought to you by State Representative Tara Toohill. Paid for by the committee to elect Tara Toohill.